Hi everyone! Today is August 2nd and it is time for an update for my project pan. This project pan is actually a project 30 pan, so I would like to use up 30 items by December 31st of 2015. And I have 150 days left now. I started this project originally on June 14th and I am doing makeup low buy together with this project pan, because I have quite a few items that I would like to use up. So I'm going to quickly let you know, well, I'm going to go by order actually of how I apply my makeup and how stuff goes on, and I'm going to use it that way. So first stars, I have primers. Now the first primer I put in this project pan is the bareMinerals Primetime Foundation Primer. This is a deluxe size sample with 0.5 fluid ounces. And I have not used this yet. I started out when I was up here at that small black line right here. I have not used this yet, but I have a total of 4 primers in my project pan. So this is just the last one that I'm going to use. Then another primer I have in here is the Benefit, the POREfessional. This is a pore minimizing primer which I have used up completely. I cut this open, cleared it out, and I am glad this one is gone. I've had this for a bit, and as much as I like it, it does not work too well with my oily skin, but it did a good job for my pores. So there is that. This is completely gone. Then I have the Amazing Cosmetics Anti-Aging Face Primer. This is it. As you can see, I cut this open at an angle. That has to do with my other primer, the last primer in this project. I get a lot less product out this way, and I have a little bit left. I don't know if you can see that. I am right about here. So I have about a week's worth of product left in this one, I guess. And then the last one is the Sephora Smoothing Primer. This was also a sachet. This had 0.05 fluid ounces, and this would have lasted me a lot longer if I had cut this up open at an angle as well, like the Amazing Cosmetics Primer. Because this way I always had way too much product come out of the sachet, and I just wasted a lot of product. Unfortunately, because this was a nice primer, so it would be a primer that I would consider repurchasing actually. But this one is also completely gone. So out of 4 primers, we already have 2 that are completely gone. The next one was my Missha BB cream, my Perfect Cover BB cream in number 13. Now this one I did not cut open because it did no longer work all that well with my skin, but I like this a lot, and I even manipulated the tube as much as I could. Then I have the Benefit Some Kind of Gorgeous in medium. This is another foundation, and this is way too dark for me, so I'm actually using this as a bronzer whenever I have time to apply my makeup. As you can see, it doesn't happen all that often, but I have a little bit of pan showing right here. I use this whenever I can, but it's really tough to use, and I have to apply this first and then apply my foundation, so I have to go around with my foundation, so it's a bit of a hassle, but it's okay. Then I had a powder in the project pan. It was the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. And as you can see, this one is completely gone. I have used this one up, and you can see from these lines here, my last update I was here, but the outer part was very thin. Another product I have in here is my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in Fair to Light. Now this will take a bit. As you can see, it is a nice shade. It is not too dark for me. It is very nice. You can see a little bit of pan showing here because I dug my fingernail in. I wanted to know how long it actually would take me to get to the bottom, so I wanted to see how close to the bottom I am. I'm not very far to the bottom. My plan for this one is actually only to hit pan, so I'm not counting this. Once the pan is bigger, I'm going to count that as goal reached. But yeah, I really wanted to know how much further I would have to go to reach the pan, and it'll be at least another month and a half if my guesstimate is correct, because you don't need much of that product as a bronzer, but I like it a lot. Then the next product is a cream to powder blush, and my goal for this one was also to just hit pan. This is the Catrice Cosmetics cream to powder blush from the limited edition called Siberian Call. this was a year and a half or 2.5 years back, and the shade is called Coral La La La, and this is it. As you can see, I have hit pan. I ended up using my fingers actually to apply this, so this is the pan that I have showing right now. I'm using my finger to apply this simply because with the stippling brush, it doesn't work as well, and my stippling brush is losing hair, so I would always have to peel off the hairs from my skin as well. Using this with my fingers is much more effective, and I can also blend it with my fingers. I have this on today underneath my powder and under another blush that I'm trying to use up too. So here it is. I am definitely going to work on this more because it's a cream product and it might go bad eventually. It's only going on my skin, so I don't mind using this for a bit longer than the 12 months it is recommended on the back. But I would definitely like to use a bit more of this, so I'm keeping this in for sure. Then the blush I have over top of the cream to powder blush is my M&Y blush in 301. This is another product where I really only want to hit pan, and this is it. It's a nice corally shade. It's a tad bit more orange, and it is shimmery. I have a bit of a dip going here, but there is a lot of product in these blushes, and I saw on Instagram that another girl who was panning products used this one, and she said it took her at least 3 months to pan the thing completely. She told me that once you hit pan, it will actually go a lot faster, but you have to work a long time to hit pan. So this will not be gone anytime soon. There's a lot of product in here. But I've only started using this one maybe 3 days ago. The next product is also a blush, and my original goal was to hit pan on this one only because it is a blush. Blushes take ages to use up, and I had a lot of blushes and cheek products in here, so I did not want to overdo it with my project pan. It is the MAC Mineralize blush in Misbehave. This was a limited edition product, and I did a lot better. I completely used up this little guy here. Now, the color was a bit difficult to use because this was a very, very light shade, and as easy as using light shades on my skin tone is, because I am very pale, so using a light shade means I don't have to work too much with the blush. This one made me work more because it would leave an odd powdery cast on my skin, on my cheeks in particular, so I had to blend properly, and it took a bit longer, but I like this blush, and the color was just wonderful. I'm glad I decided to put this in a project pan. Then, I did not know this was gonna last that long. This is the Benefit Girl Meets Pearl Cream Highlighter, and my lines were incredibly off. I mean, I used those lines holding it upside down, squishing it up until something came out, and that was where I put my lines. And I even did use my flashlight to shine through the packaging to see more. What I didn't see, and what I didn't assume, was that there would be a lot of product stuck in all the corners and on the sides that was not going anywhere. So when I cut this open to get the last bit out, it was not the last bit. I still have quite a bit left here. So here you can see there is still a lot of product left. In fact, I believe I am still at this line here. At the second black line, this is where I thought I had started. This was the last update, the first update when I thought it would be gone soonish. And that was my goal, actually, to use this one up during the past few weeks. Didn't happen. So I'm still at this one here, and I mixed this in with my foundation actually to give my foundation a bit more of a dewy finish. And I have quite a bit more left in this one. Then I have another highlighter that I use for my cheekbones only if I want to highlight there, and this is another M&Y product. This is their blush in 701, and it is just this yellowy golden highlight. This is a wonderful shade. It is right on my ring finger here. As you can see, this is very subtle. It's a wonderful shade to use. I have this on my cheeks right here. Not sure if you can see this too well because the foundation is nice and already has a dewy finish thanks to the Pearl Girl Meets Pearl highlighter, but this one just gives it a little bit of an extra. Then I am using a primer. This is the Benefit Stay Don't Stray primer, and technically this one is supposed to be a primer for the eyelids and for concealer. I can't use this for my eyelids because my eyeshadow would still crease. I tried this a few times. It just does not work even if I set the primer. So I am now using this on my under eyes only, in the under eye area. Pardon me, I have a brush here. I use this in my under eye area only, and with the color it actually conceals a bit already, and it makes my my concealer for my under eye area stay all right. I took off the little stopper up here, and I think this is close to going bad actually, so I'm trying to use this up as fast as possible. So there's still a bit left even. I can see this when I open up the stopper here. You can see on the doe foot applique there is quite a bit of product left still. So I'm trying to use this up as fast as possible. Then going on to actual eye products. I have my Catrice eyeshadow Soufflé in Yes I Would. This was part of a limited edition called Hidden World. This came out in the beginning of 2012, and I'm trying to use this up simply because I don't want it to go bad. This is a wonderful, wonderful champagne-y shimmery color. I like using this whenever I can. I use this to prime my eyelids actually because this does a wonderful job at keeping my eyeshadows in place the entire day. Now, as you can see, I do not really have any pan showing. I tried getting down to the bottom on one side, and then when I started using, when I started going in and around again, it was moving all over the place again. This is incredibly creamy, this eyeshadow Soufflé, so I'm not sure how long this will take me, but I like using it a lot, so it's a good thing. So there is that. Then I had a single eyeshadow. It was my MAC eyeshadow in Copperplate. This was a grayish tone, and as you can see, it is gone. I used this one up today actually. When I applied my makeup, I used this one in my crease, and I put a more brown shade over, a warmer brown shade over it because those cool tones just do not go well with my skin tone. So I'm glad this one is gone. I bought this because another YouTuber was raving about the color and about how nice it was, and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be taupey. I'm gonna look into it and see if I like it. In my opinion, it wasn't taupey. It was just a gray with a tiny, 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 tiny bit of brown. Then the next one is my Catrice Velvet Matte Eyeshadow in Vanillaty Fair. And this is it. As you can see, I hit pan on this one. There is not too much product left here. I like this one a lot, even though it is not a matte shadow, as it gives the illusion based off the name of the product. This has a slightly golden sheen to it, and I like this a lot for my brow highlight. It's not too shimmery, it's really just a sheen, and it's a wonderful shade. So I have hit pan on this. Then I have a loose pigment. This is the BEC pigment in Gossip. Here you can see this is a bluish tealy shade with golden flecks. And I like using this one a lot. Here you can see a sheared out version. Obviously it is a lot more opaque when I use it wet. But this is a very nice shade. Now, for progress, you can see two lines here. I actually used this quite a bit, and I was at the top line when I first started this project. I did not go anywhere with the last update, but now I have quite a bit of progress to show for. There is a bit of a gap in between these two lines, and I'm happy about this. I would like to use this one up completely actually by the end of the year. Then on to another bigger item in my Project 30 pan. This is the NYX Bronze Smoky Look Kit, and this has 2 lip glosses which I conveniently ignore because the shades are just horrible and they don't suit me at all, and they're glittery. I'm not a fan of these. I will never ever use these. I will just throw these out. So what I am focusing on is actually the eyeshadow part, and this one has 9 bronzy brown eyeshadows, and this is what it looks now. When I last made the update, I had nothing showing here. I hadn't even used this one yet. This one right down here I had pants showing, and this one I had quite a bit of a dip going. Now my goal for the month was actually to use this one up and to have a little bit of a dip showing here. As you can see, I did a lot better. I'm actually almost done with this shade here. There's a little bit left in the corner right here, but not over here. And this one has a little bit of color all around. And then, let me see if I can get this middle shade here, this slightly light golden shade, has quite a bit of a dip going. And these 2 here I have used a bit every now and then. So I have to say I like these shades a lot, and I'm very happy that I am using these. I think I did a good job actually this month using these almost exclusively. I mean, I had Copperplate going, I tried using a bit of Gossip, and of course this one does not have a highlighter shade at all in here for the brow bone or for the inner corner, so I had to pull those in, but I think I did a good job. Now, on to eyeliners. The first one is my Shiseido dual-ended eyeliner pencil in Desert Dust Desert Obscure. This one has a darker shade right here. This is a brown, and then here we have a champagne shade, which I use as my waterline shade. Now, using these consistently really has helped me use them more, and I like them a lot. I can only say that I'm happy that I decided to put these in originally Project Eye, and then because I decided that I want to use them up, actually I don't want to just use them, to put them into a Project 30 pan really was a good idea. So there is that. And then the second eyeliner is this one here. This is the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes in 03 Roast Coffee. This is a darker brown shade than the Shiseido brown. Now, here you can see the 2 shades from the Shiseido liner. The Roast Coffee is, it's not really darker, but it's a different type of brown. This, I believe, was probably a bit more warm toned. This is a tiny bit more cool tone than the Roast Coffee liner. However, I can't show you that anymore because it is all gone. There's nothing left in here. It is completely empty. And this took quite a while. At first I thought it was gonna be done within the month easily, or within the last few weeks. I realized that maybe I would not be able to finish this, so I really decided to only use this one. I ignored the Shiseido one for a few days, and that actually did the trick. I used these on my upper and lower lash line, and this really helped me use this one up, so this is also gone. Then a product that I have not been doing all too well with is my MAC Fluid line in Dark Envy. Now this is a dark green shade, and as you can see there's a bit of a dip going right here, and my original plan was to use up a third of this product during Project Pan. I'm not sure if I can make this, for the simple reason that I'm not using this on a regular enough basis, and yeah, this will be a tough one. Next, I had a brow product. This was my Essence Eyebrow Designer in Blonde, and here you can see the little stub going. Now, if I would stick this all the way in, I would not be able to get the pencil out, so this is always in very much a danger of drying out. Really only this much left. Now, as you can see, I can barely sharpen this anymore, so I'm sure that this won't last too long. Then another product I have used up is my Benefit They're Real Deluxe Size Sample. This mascara is quite nice, however, it started to get flaky, and I don't like having mascara flakes all over my face when I apply my makeup, so I decided this one is gone. This is done. So this is that. Just real quick and for you a reminder, it's a plastic bristle brush. And to add to this one mascara, because I knew this wasn't going to last all that long, I added in my Sephora Lash Stash to go with 5 sample mascaras. I'm counting these individually. We have the Blink Mascara Amplified right here, then the Josie Maran Argan Black Oil Mascara, then this is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara, which I'm using right now. This one here is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, and the last one is the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes 4-in-1 Statement Mascara. Now, as I had said, I'm using the Lancome Hypnose Drama right now. It has an interesting shaped wand. I'm not sure if I can make this show here. It is curved a little bit, and as interesting I find this wand as much as I like the bristles. Not sure this gives me the best look with my lashes. I'm gonna use this up, no questions asked, because I want it to be gone, but I am not as much a fan of this one as many others are. Then I have my Lush Lip Service Lip Balm in here. Now, this is what is left. As you can see, I have hit pan. This is what I wanted to achieve during this month. And I have quite a bit of a dip going right on this corner here. I use this every morning when I start applying my makeup to just prime and prep my lips for lip products, and that is a good thing for me. And I also have started using this in the evening before I go to bed. Then another product where I do not see any progress happening is my Benefit Benetint. This is a lip and cheek stain. It's a rose tinted one, and as you can see, my line was right here when I started. I had no update last time. I still don't have an update. I used this pretty well. Last 2 weeks I haven't used this often again anymore, because I'm just so disappointed in the lack of progress I can see with this product. So have not used these much within the last 2 weeks. I have this on today again because I remembered that with the update I figured, oh, you know what, I'm going to put it on. I'm not seeing any progress. I don't know how long this will last. Definitely more longer than December 31st. So there is that. Then I have the Urban Decay Revolution lipstick samples in here. These are 4 samples. They are 69, Rush, Streak, and Liar. I have not used these yet, so they are still in here. And then I have my MAC Cream Sheen lipstick in Everhip. This is a nice shade. This is a rosy corally shade. I like this a lot. I need to use this now that it is warmer out, but I have not used this one a single time so far. Then I have the Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in Peach Parfait. I had marked the beginning right here. I had not used this until my second update. My first update, I've used this a few times since my last update, but I can't really tell you any progress. Like, if I would draw a line, it would be right underneath this one, so it would just be one fat line. I'm not gonna mark this then, so yeah, not very successful. Then I have the Essence All About Cupcake lipstick. I was up here when I started this project pan. I'm still up there. I have not used this a single time, simply because I'm trying to use up other lip products first. Which leads me to this guy here. This is my Urban Decay Lip Junkie in Naked. This is a cooling and plumping lip gloss. I had this come in with one of my Naked palettes, and I measured this one upside down. When I first started out, I was all the way up here, and now I am down here. Originally, my goal had been to finish this one up completely. Since the last update, this did not work out at all. The problem was I would keep this in my makeup bag, in my purse, and I just would not reach for it. the last week and a half or so, I would just keep this in my pants pockets, and that way I would remember it more often and apply it more regularly, and that really has helped. So there you go. It's quite a bit of a progress though, so I'm happy. Then a product that is really frustrating me is these samples here. This is the Chanel Rouge Allure Gloss. There are 4 colors in here, and I can tell you now that I am not going to count these ones anymore. These 2 shades are too dark for me. When I started out, I thought I would be able to sheer these out as you can with lip glosses usually. It's not gonna happen. In fact, these 2 already are so freaking opaque that they are hard to apply. When I apply these with my finger, it's okay. But I always have to clean up my fingers, which I don't like doing on the go, so I only apply these in the morning, so there's just a lot of product left in here. Then I tried applying them once with this little applicator that came with the package, and this leaves too much product on my lips, so it starts pulling away from the inside of my lips, and it's not a nice look. So I'm going to use these 2 up, and these 2 I'm not going to use because they are too dark and actually also too cool toned for me. So I'm not too impressed with these at the moment. I don't know if the full size would work differently, but yeah. Then another lip gloss is my Essence Sun Club lip gloss in Beautiful Bronze. Now, I started out all the way up here. I had not used this up until the first update, but I have used this quite a few times since the last update. I'm now down to here. So I use this whenever I think about it. The big problem is I did a stupid thing. I got out the stopper because with the stopper I did not get any product on the applicator, and it was always like dipping in, applying, and I would have to do this like 5 to 10 times to get any product on my lips. So I took the stopper out, and I just shouldn't have done this. I should have just lived with the constant dipping in to get product on my lips. I didn't, so I now have to deal with the messiness that this one is. Then I have the bareMinerals Marvelous Moxie lip gloss in Hot Shot. This is it. It's a nice pinky coral shade. I have not used this yet. I'm just trying to use up the other products first. It's that simple. Then I have my Catrice Beautifying Lip Smoother in here. This is in Apricot Cream. And you can see I started out on this top line here. And I am now down to here. I don't like using this too much, so I frequently just don't remember. But I think I can get somewhere if I just keep it close by. And the last product, this one here. This is the Victoria's Secret Scented Body Mist and Sexy Little Things Noir. Now, I started this project pan. I was all the way up here. The first update I was down here, and now I am right here. So I have used quite a bit. My original goal for the month was to hit the T right here. I used a bit more, so I'm happy with that. It's very good to see that I can use this one up. I like the scent a lot. I will be sad when this is gone, but I will also know that I've saved this one from going bad, because you might be able to see that the color has changed already. The scent is still the same, so that was okay. Now in total, I had a few goals for this update, and I reached 12 of my monthly goals, which is very good. I'm very happy about this, and I reached 9 overall goals, which means I either hit pan or I used up completely these products. For my next monthly goals, let me see. I definitely want to finish up this little guy, the Urban Decay Lip Junkie in Naked. I want to use this one up completely. That was my goal for now, actually. Then I had wanted to use half of my Revlon Colorburst Lip Butter in Peach Parfait. Obviously did not reach that. This is going to be my goal again for the upcoming 30 days. And I would like to use up these 2 glosses here completely. These I'm going to definitely ignore. I'm not going to use these. They're too dark for me and too cool tone. Then I want to completely use up my Victoria's Secret Body Mist and Sexy Little Things Noir. I want to, this is probably an easy goal to reach. There's not much product left. Want to do that. I obviously want to finish my Catrice Velvet Matte Eyeshadow in Vanillaty Fair. There's not much left. I'm pretty sure I can do this. Want to finish the Amazing Cosmetics Anti-Aging Face Primer. This is relatively easy because there is not much left. So this I want to finish. And I want to finish my Benefit Girl Meets Pearl highlighter. This time for sure I want to be done with it by the next update. Now with the NYX Bronze Smoky Look Kit, I would actually like to finish up these two shades completely. I want to hit pan in this one and this one. This will be my goal for the next update. And from then on out, I think I'm gonna see what I'm going to do. The obvious one, I want to use up my Essence Eyebrow Designer in Blonde. 2. So these products are definitely all that I want to achieve these goals with. There's nothing else. Everything else is bonus. And I will see you guys with my next update or in my next video. Bye!